All right, here we go in five, four, three, two, one. Yo, welcome to another episode of Steer the Ship Podcast. B boy Johnny, you know what I'm saying? Sports Edition NFL. We're gonna review week one and talk about what have we learned in week one. So the first thing that we're gonna do before we start it off, don't forget to like and subscribe to us on any listening platform. You may be able to listen to podcasts, you know what I'm saying? We out there, Google, Spotify, YouTube, whatever, Apple Music, we out there. iHeartRadio, we out there. Just type in Steer the Ship and we'll pop up and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're into listening to what we have to talk about when it comes to NFL football, because that's what we're going to be primarily talking about right now. Um, yeah, we trying to get some, what we trying to do. We just trying to get some money here and there. We got like 17 more weeks of betting and whatnot, but week one is always just a hit or a miss when it comes to creating a parlay ticket of any type of sort. You know what I mean? Let you know who is who out there. And I learned a lot from Sunday, and it was ridiculous. Also from the Thursday night and the Friday night football games as well. When it came to Philly versus the Cowboys and the Chiefs versus the Chargers. I'm gonna touch on those games, but the first game that we're gonna be touching on is the one game that everybody's really been talking about today is the Baltimore Ravens versus Buffalo Bills game that happened last night. Crazy game. I mean, this is what we expect from both of these teams right here, because these teams are what you consider playoff teams right here. They're going to be in the playoffs, but I really wanted Lamar Jackson to get the win. I really did. This leads me to what I have to say about Josh Allen. Him. Josh Allen is him. And I mean, Josh Allen is making it work out there with the committee around him, like a true general out there. I'm like, it's not much to say, but if Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry was Goku and Vegeta, then Josh Allen had to be Piccolo. And what I mean by that is like how Piccolo could direct other people to that victory, where Goku and Vegeta kind of got to do it standalone type shit. You know what I'm saying? Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, but it's always the Baltimore Ravens. When it comes down to this, it's always be mistakes. It's always be mistakes with the fumble and everything like that. I won't fault them on the punt, because I feel that they believe in their defense that much to where it's like, yeah, we can get a stop on Josh Allen, but it's Josh Allen now. You have to respect this man's name, like giving Patrick Mahomes all that time that you gave Josh. I can't fault the Ravens on what made them punt. But I understood why they punt. You know what I'm saying? I understood why they punted. And it is what it is, man. At least Derrick Henry, he owned up to the mistake and everything. It did come down to that. That's what I have to say. So it just be Baltimore and the mistakes. They have to clean that up. If they want to get a Super Bowl, they got to clean that up. Because Josh Allen is that dude, man. I'm like, he didn't, I can't say he didn't have anything to work with, but I mean, he made all that click together. They was ready to run. They was ready to win. They was ready to do it, and they did it. Even when it was stacked against them, because I'm looking at the game, I'm sitting here like, okay, man, Baltimore, they got this. They got this in the bag. They just got this in the bag. But I guess you can't get too lax in this league. You just can't get too lax like that. And fumbles can happen any given Sunday type shit. That's all I can say on that one. All right, so moving on from that game, then we're going to kind of go all the way over here to Green Bay versus Detroit. I was mad at this one because on my ticket, I chose Detroit on the parlay ticket, lost that one. And before I even go into that game, that's how I kind of want to go into this right here. The winners and the losers of Sunday, according to me, right here. Okay, so the winners will be the Colts. Let's go on the Indianapolis Colts, man. I gave up on Daniel Jones a long time ago. I didn't think he was him until he left New York and went over here to the Colts. I didn't think he was going to even win the starting job, but he did. So I'm sitting here like, let's see how this shit's going to go. And man, did he fucking show off. Miami is one of the losers of this Sunday. They're in my losers column right now. And the Colts is that team now that the AFC South has to recognize, because I live in Houston and out here the Texans are the big shit when it comes. They're the big fish. Sorry, let me clear up. They're the big fish when it comes to the AFC South, and now it's like you got like two teams that's gonna shake it up. And as a matter of fact, if you want to look at it right now, these two teams won a game, and yeah, and those two teams right there, which gonna be the second team that I want to say this winners, was the Jaguars. Jaguars embarrassed my team. Really, my team embarrassed themselves. But the Jaguars beat the Panthers, and I guess we all wanted to see what they was gonna do with Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter did what he had to do. He answered the toll when his number was called. He did what he had to do. He even experienced this. How bad we played. They experimented with him on defense to see if he can be the dual player that he was in college. Damn. And then when you really looked at the Jaguars, I had to look at them because I was looking at the Panthers play and everything. The Jaguars are a balanced team right here. They're a balanced team. They really are. They can go as far as Trevor Lawrence will take them. This is how I feel about this squad. This squad is not to be fucks with. You gotta pay attention to the Jaguars now, man. That was a good, and I guess salute to y'all. Man, the Panthers, I will talk about them, but I don't have all that time. This is kind of a quick show right here, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to even fuck with the Panthers right now with that shit. And we're going to talk about the Raiders. The Raiders actually did a thing against the Patriots, but I have to do a little bit more research on this. I just kind of but yeah, whatever. But the losers, man, the Lions, that was, what the hell? Because I chose the Lions to win against Green Bay, and then this happened. I was like, what? Come on. What happened? OC is now head coach of the Chicago Bears. Okay, so boom. All right, so what that mean? That's what I'm saying. So what that mean? Well, you know what that means, but it's like, damn, it really does mean something like that, because Michael Parsons was doing his thing over there in Green Bay. Jordan Love is that dude. I don't know about golf. Well, it's not even golf. It's just like the schemes, the schematics of the offensive plays and stuff like that. This offensive coordinator gonna have to click. He gonna have to start clicking and shit like that. Try to find some things for Detroit, because come on, I expected them to at least put up a fight with Green Bay and whatnot. Man, damn. But let's go on to Michael Parsons though. The juicy details of this one right here, man. Michael Parsons was a force out there. You could see his presence out there on the field whenever he's getting double teamed, allowing others to get up in there, hurry the quarterback. Jared Goff was under distress a lot. You know what I'm saying? Putting him under pressure. Everyone was doing their thing. Michael Parsons is like a force to be reckoned with out there, even when he's not being effective with the rushing of the quarterback. It's like you have to double him. You can't single. You can't even like. They tried single, didn't work, double mostly. So it's like, damn, Dallas, y'all just gave off y'all pass rush and y'all still can't stop the run. But I can't fault y'all, man. Y'all did go up against Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I don't even know if y'all gonna play Baltimore this year. I will look y'all up. I will look that up. Let me see if they do play Baltimore this year. I doubt it. Let's go look up Dallas Cowboys schedule. I doubt that their schedule is like what they have Baltimore, because if they do go up against Baltimore, they gonna get their ass. They're gonna get flat like a plant. They're gonna get flatted like a pancake. All right, let's see. No, that was preseason. So no, they ain't gonna play him. They're not gonna play him. Goodness gracious, thank God. Well, anyways, let's continue. Steelers and Jets. The Steelers and the Jets. That was a good game too in itself, right there. That was a real good game. I'm just thinking that maybe with the Jets, they can do something this year with Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields is a perfect fit for them. They were doing real good, man. A mistake is the reason why they lost too. A muff punt. I think that was a muff punt. I think that's what it was. And the Steelers, it's just like, I don't know, man. The Steelers kind of like just, they got an old quarterback. They got an old general, Aaron Rodgers, and everything. And Aaron Rodgers has so much experience that it's like he can like work any type of play in any given situation. Don't give up. You know what I mean? He's gonna make it work and whatnot. DK Metcalf is DK Metcalf, so he has his safety blanket in receivers. Jalen Ward, like he did, Jalen Warden, like he did his thing. He did his thing, so I have to salute him and all that. The Steelers are just the Steelers, but the Jets, I was really more impressed with the Jets than I was impressed with the Steelers and their victory. Even though Aaron Rodgers did have his little statement talking about, that some people in that organization thought that he was washed up and done. As a matter of fact, I thought he was washed up and done. But we got like 17 more games in the season. Let's see how he can hold up. Congratulations. And with that being said, on that one, we got the Chargers and the Chiefs. The Chargers versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs. I don't know what happened. Well, kind of know what happened. I think they just got exposed and everything. So now it's like Patrick Mahomes can't do that, holding the ball and trying to find the explosive play down the field anymore. I think the league has caught on to that shit, and based on what Philly did to them in the Super Bowl, it shows. It's showing. So Philly just did what they did, and I'm not gonna say Philly. So the Chargers did what they did, and the Chargers, I can't believe sometimes I be sleeping on the Chargers. You can't sleep on these guys no more, man. I think just like how most of us elevate Denver, it's time that we elevate Los Angeles Chargers. I'm gonna call them San Diego. The Chargers. We need to elevate them too. I think they might be able to knock KC off the throne. But I mean, they already did. You feel me? Kansas City is the only team in the AFC West that hasn't won that lost their first game. That didn't win their first game. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting just in the AFC West. It's gonna be interesting now. But I gotta still look at the Raiders. I'm sorry, Las Vegas, and y'all was one of my winners. That was the reason why I had to be a winner. But y'all just beat the Patriots, so I take that win back. Take it back. So anyways, guys, that's all I have really. Tonight we got the Chicago Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings. If I had to choose on this one, I'm gonna go with the Bears. I think the Vikings might be the favorite. Let's look at the odds of that one. Stick with me, guys. All right. Bears. Got it. I can't edit this. This is a one take. Minnesota's a 1.5 favorite. So I'm taking the Bears on this one. I'm just taking the Bears just because I feel like JJ McCarthy's first game, his first official game back after missing an entire season. And I just think Caleb Williams, this is his second year. I think everything is gonna flow. And then Ben Johnson being the head coach, I think everything is gonna be fine over there. So that's my picks right there for that game, guys. Chicago Bears. But anyways, I'm about to get off, and it was a very short show. That's what I like to do. And still, if you rock with me all the way through, don't forget to like and subscribe to us on any listening platform. You know what I'm saying? And I will be back with a next episode with another parlay pick with some underdogs for you guys. And hopefully get paid off of the season. But anyways, y'all have a good one. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.